Afreximbank TV.
Arnold, it's great to have you here on Afreximbank TV. So yesterday your mantra was from talk to action, let's walk the talk. So when you were building your Ecobank franchise, what did that mean in practical terms?
Look, I think there's a mantra about talk to action, but the most important thing is getting the action done in the right way. In Ecobank, what we said to ourselves was there was no Pan-African bank. And we believe that Africa would ultimately be one large market. So we said to ourselves, we will grow the group to prepare for that market. We accepted there'd be challenges, raising money, efficiency issues and all that. But we saw those as challenges that could be overcome because there were other banks globally who'd done the same thing. So I got the approval from my board. I had a good team, young people, much younger than I am now. And we set to work doing it. And we thought it was a window of opportunity, and we took advantage of that window of opportunity. So we built into 40 countries before I retired. Yeah.
And one of your theses is we need strong banks to be able to fund our development.
Yes.
So can you elaborate a little bit about what you mean by a strong bank?
I think it's self-evident. If you're looking to build a dam, you're looking to build a major infrastructure project, microfinance banks can do that. What you need is a very big bank, or hopefully more than one, that can come together, share the risk, and provide the hundreds of millions or billions of dollars that are needed for such projects. I mean, yesterday, Mr. Dangote was talking about this refinery and the support he got from Afreximbank and from, I think he mentioned Access Bank and a few other banks. And those in total were billions of dollars. Small banks couldn't do that.
So when you spoke about building Ecobank, you spoke about a Pan-African franchise.
Yes.
Here today we're talking about global Africa.
Yes.
So what are your thoughts in terms of the global Africa concept?
I think it's just an extension of a Pan-African concept. The Caribbean is really Africans living here, okay? There's a history to why they're here, but beyond that history, we've got to move forward. And I think that what this opens up is the opportunity for us to extend that relationship among Africans beyond just Africa. And I think Africans can bring a certain knowledge, some capital, and the Caribbean provides a certain market, provides access to the US and to the Americas, Southern America and Central America. So I think that that's a journey that has to commence. But I think it has to commence with very specific initiatives. And we've already started working on one of those, which I mentioned to you, which is the fund.
Yeah, so maybe you can tell us a little bit why you launched this VC fund in the Caribbean.
Well, I think it was very simple. The reason why we did it, the work was in getting it done. Afreximbank had launched this initiative. And I'd spoken to Dr. Rama, the president. And I said to him, I said, we would like to do something to support this, okay? So we looked at various areas. I'm in finance, so I tend to look at finance first. And we saw there was a gap in the market. There hadn't been a VC fund in the Caribbean for over 30 years. And we thought there were opportunities there. And so we put together the usual paperwork and all that. We invested to get it seed capital. We've raised $15 million so far for the first close. And interestingly, the investors, 2 of the investors are Caribbean and 2 of the investors are African. So that's beginning to work. We'll have to raise more money and we hope more Caribbean and more African investors come in. So that's one thing. And I think that the other initiatives, but that's not for me because that's not my area anymore. But in terms of travel, for example, a lot could be done in travel. You don't have to have daily flights to the Caribbean, but a lot of people are going to Europe, then to the Americas, and then to the Caribbean. The shortest route to the Caribbean is actually from Africa. And Ethiopian Airlines or Kenyan Airlines, if all they do is 1 flight a week, that's a start. There's oil in Suriname. The Nigerians know a few things about oil. So the investment opportunities is this. I'm actually quite excited about the potential. It gives the Caribbean a lot more options, right? And it gives Africa also a lot more options. And when you come here, I mean, the vast majority of the population are black, so you're at home. The food is not very different from what we eat in Africa. So it's fine, yeah, I enjoy it.
So the concept is a reality. Arnold
Yeah.
Ekpe, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.